Well, absolutely, Aditya. In fact, at this point of time, there are the 6-point consensus that both the India and China have reached upon. And also, when we take a look at the 6-point consensus that has come so far, let's also quickly go to understand what are they. Firstly, the positively evaluated resolution, which has to happen in the eastern Ladakh area, and they have agreed upon to work for the peace and the tranquility on the ground. This also traces back to the Depsong and the Demchok areas where patrolling was enhanced, and when the border talks were underway. So the peace and tranquility on the ground has to be maintained, and complete resolution with the mutual understanding has to restore. Now, the commitment for a fair and reasonable and mutually acceptable package for the solution to the border issue. This is also the second and the most crucial point that in fact both the talks have mutually reached upon, that the commitment for a fair and reasonable and mutually acceptable package for the border issue will be restored. The third point of the consensus is to strengthen the confidence building of the measures. The measures which have been put in place and have been effectively decided, the confidence in these strength and the confidence in these measures has to be implemented. The fourth one, and also the one that has been grabbing the headlines, is the resumption in the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra and the river cooperation and the border trade. This is in fact one of the highlights of these talks that have happened, and the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra to be starting soon is something that the takeaway from these talks is happening. The next one is strengthening the special representatives, diplomatic and military talks mechanism. This is the fifth one, and the strengthening of the special representatives who are also determining the date of when the next talk for the high-level border talks will take place. And the special representatives to meet again in India in the year 2025. These special representatives will also determine the best time to hold these talks. All right, viewers, now joining me on the broadcast is also my guest, Major General Sudhakar ji. I appreciate you joining me live on the broadcast, and thank you for speaking to us. You know, at this given point of time, so far, India and China both have mutually reached the 6-point consensus. And as you can see, Kailash Mansarovar Yatra and cooperation over the river, and also the meeting that is most expected and much anticipated in the year 2025 is something that the world and the geopolitical region is also looking at. How do you view the entire process and the mechanism through the channels and the back channels also that have in fact promoted this decision of both the nations reaching a mutual consensus of the 6-point action plan?